Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my hangar. And as always, we're going to be talking about some ships that I have in my possession. And this one has some sentimental value to me. Of course, it is a Drake Interplanetary ship, and I love Drake Interplanetary. However, this ship in particular was gifted to me by a friend, as this was originally his ship that he flew around, and I was normally the gunner. This ship in particular, it is by far not my daily driver, but if I am going out doing big important stuff, this is the ship that I use. It, in a sense, it is like the Toyota Hilux of the Star Citizen universe. That's the only way I can really describe this particular ship. It has a reputation. It is by far one of my favorites to take new folks out in for a spin. Whether you need to shoot shit, haul shit, or get away from shit, this is by far one of my favorite ships. Introduced to you with no further introduction, the Drake Cutlass Black. Now, the one in particular I have right now, it has the red and gold livery for the Red Festival. Sorry about that. Had a little something in my chest there. So, it comes with size 3 repeaters, normally, from Clausen Werner, the Panthers, and also the Mantis Gatling guns. And also, yes, more Panthers up on the turret. So, the firepower on this is enough to suit a small crew and deal with a lot of the smaller ships of similar firepower. I would not recommend taking this into a heavy dedicated firefight. This is very much more my utility ship. So, just to give you a quick idea of just the sheer size of the cargo hold, this holds up to 46 SCU. 40 out on the main grids behind me, and then it holds another 6 right here with 2 aisles to get around it. And it has a tractor beam right up here that the co-pilot can use to load and unload the back of the Cutlass Black with. It has 3 entrances, 2 side entrances that are not accessible from the ground, but very accessible from EVA, and the back ramp. And I can also, of course, fit my Dragonfly over there back here as well, or a mule, or any other small ground vehicles that I want to take out and about. Now, coming into the main hold, you have gun racks for 4 crew members. You do have a fuse relay here and also in the main hold. 2 bunks, a turret, which getting in, very, very important warning about the turret. It does not have a pressurized atmosphere. So make sure you are wearing a helmet and a suit when you get out here. And, well, I absolutely love the turret's ability to see all the way around the top of the ship and point up. You have really, really good range to work with. Then, let me make my way down here. You also have 2 lockers that are dedicated to the crew. And finally, you have the co-pilot seat, which the co-pilot actually sits much higher than the pilot. You get lifted way up there. Get a good look around here. But just to enter remote turret, you're going to go down and look at this little button right here. And then you are inside the turret. And you have access to the tractor beam, which currently doesn't have power to it at this time, but that's okay. I'm not, doing the whole kit and caboodle right now. And then finally, the pilot's seat. it does lift you up a little ways. Not quite as high up as your co-pilot, but you have access to all your weapons from up here. The standard power block comes with 18 units of power. I like to put the Juno Starwork Genoa in there just for the amount of power that the industrial power plant puts out. Because if I'm flying around in this thing, I'm not usually being stealthy. I am just trying to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. I also like to put my Ardor 3 repeaters that I got from Save Stanton on there. Attritions work quite as nice on these as well, if you want something that hits a little harder but doesn't shoot quite as fast. We also have varying toggles to turn on the engine, open up doors. Of course, you can exit the seat from over here. And finally, just for a moment, just to give you that rumble of the engines here. Just love how they come to life. So the Cutlass Black itself has a reputation for being a pirate ship, which, I mean, it can carry a decent amount of cargo, put out a decent amount of damage. However, SIG has been going back and forth on the navigation of the Cutlass Black. Sometimes it's either really, really good, sometimes it's really, really poor. I really wish they would make up their mind one way or another. However, it's sturdy enough. Drake, they built this ship to help supply folks that are out on the frontier with easy to maintain ships that can handle danger out on the frontier when the UEE is nowhere nearby to help them. So I'm going to go ahead and kill the music, if I have any music at the moment. I do not. But let's take her out into the air, why don't we? So, with pressing K, you can activate the VTOL engines on the Drake Cutlass Black. Give yourself a nice gentle takeoff. Lift up its 3 pieces of landing gear. And by far, what I do like with the Cutlass Black is it has a very, very modest fuel tank. Nothing quite like the Cutter. And sadly, the Cutter, at the time of this filming, the fuel tank has been, once again, nerfed. But also, the get up and go speed while it's in nav, just, I love it. Like, we can get up and out of atmosphere super quick and just, you know, put Lorville behind us. Yeah, it only took me like a matter of 10 seconds to get up far enough to where I can get to a spot where I can start warping around. So finally, we're gonna just zip ourselves over to Evers Harbor, which is just above Lorville. And I realized I need to do a Welcome to New Babbage video. So we are going to be having to go out to the frosty city of New Babbage on Microtech just to go pay it a visit. The IAE is not being held there this year. It's going to be held in Orison, which I do have a video about how to get around Orison at that time. But yeah, we'll come on up here to Evers Harbor, and I'll just give you one last look of how it flies around. I also love how fast this thing can just roll. So yeah. Oh, I must have accidentally blacked myself out. But yeah, I love how smooth the Cutlass Black does navigate. Alright, so we'll go ahead and pull ourselves up into Ever's Harbor here. And what I recommend the Cutlass Black for is like little skirmish combat. If you're chasing after like little bounties and you're getting new to it, this is not a bad choice. If you're also looking for something to just do local cargo hauling across the system, Cutlass Black can do that as well. It's actually really, really nice for doing like low planet orbit stations like Ever's Harbor to different ground sites like HDPC, Casio, or Farnsway. And we're gonna go ahead and go in for a landing. Oh, I gotta go cross the station here. And we will go and touch down up here in Ever's Harbor. I know, usually I'll wrap up videos inside the station, but I was thinking today, well, inside the hangar back home, but I was thinking today I needed to bring this up to Ever's Harbor. So I figured I'd go ahead and get up here. Just so that way, once I go out salvaging with my Vulture, I can haul this stuff without having to worry about, you know, needing to load my Caterpillar with like maybe 40 boxes. All right, and we are coming in for a touchdown. She's so pretty, and I love her. All right. So with that being said, if you are looking for something more on the affordable end of ships to help you kind of get started on your journey into the verse, I would not suggest the Cutlass Black. The Cutlass Black's starter package in the in-game, not the in-game store, but the in the like subscriber, the pledge store. That's what it is. I'm not even gonna edit that out. I'm gonna just let that fumble be there. The pledge store. It's gonna cost about $125. However, the Cutlass Black you can buy this down in Lorville at the New Deal, and it goes for about 2,116,000 aUEC. It can carry the rock mining buggies. It can carry a mule, a dragonfly, and you have enough room to carry a lot of crew if need be. Because I forgot this one little feature. You've got your, 3 seats up there. So you can hold 3 people in those seats. You can hold a couple more people in the bunks. But then you have 6 people that can sit in these jump seats right here. And then finally, you can have a 12th person here at the engineering terminal if you want to move that many people in a Cutlass Black. So, with that being said, it's just a very brief, sweet love letter to my favorite ship here. This, well, maybe not the favorite, but one of my favorites. So the Cutlass Black itself, I recommend it for like anyone that's looking to maybe run around with a crew of like 2 or 3 people. And you can move pretty quickly in and out of the ship and hold up in most firefights with it. I would highly recommend, though, if you get into a firefight, get to a port pretty quick, because parts fall off of Drake ships pretty easily. But you know, at least it's cheap and easy to repair. I have managed to get myself back to port on one engine before. It's a bit of a task, but you can do it. That being said, the Cutlass Black, I recommend it. It is by far one of my top choices, along with many others, for people's second ship or third ship. Not sure how my wife would feel about that personally. She seems to be more of a Crusader fan, but that happens. So, that being said, I hope you enjoy, and feel free to stick around for the message at the end of the video. It always helps and supports me. And as always, come check me out everywhere. I have something for everyone. Until then, friends, I'm Diamond Dust. Welcome to my hangar. And this is the mighty Cutlass Black. Hey chums, thanks for watching the video. Are you interested in joining us out in the verse? Well, go ahead and before you go out and get a starter package to get in, use my referral code star-Z7BW-PXC9, and you'll get just a little extra boost after you purchase your first game package. And as always, I'll see you out there. Bye-bye.